Okay, back again. This is our final demo. Well, maybe. Anyway, um, for our unit on waves and vibrations. And part of the study about light is color, and we studied that. But I think the textbook talks about sunsets and why the sky is blue and stuff like that. So anyway, I want to focus on sunsets with this demonstration. So let me explain what I have up on the screen. I have a nice scene of a beach with palm trees. Maybe some of you are there right now. Probably not, it's kind of a cold day. But I'm using the overhead as my light source. And what I did was I prepared a solution of sodium thiosulfate. That's a chemical that dissolves really well in water. So this is primarily H2O. But the sodium thiosulfate, it obviously has sulfur in it. It has hydrogen in it. It has, all kinds of stuff. It has 3 elements, to be honest with you. And then I have 100 milliliters of 1 molar HCl. Now HCl, that stands for hydrochloric acid. So that's made up of hydrogen and chlorine. So I'm going to add that to the solution, and what's going to happen is the sodium thiosulfate, what it's going to begin doing, the HCl is going to bring about a chemical change that will release the sulfur from the sodium thiosulfate. Okay, so in the process of doing that, the sulfur particles, and I should have my safety glasses on, but I'm going to pour very well. You see that splash? Anyway, as that change occurs, sulfur is going to be separated out from the sodium thiosulfate, and sulfur, those particles are going to take up a lot more space. No, they're not going to take up more space. They're just going to interfere with the light passing through the beaker, the solution of the beaker. So what's formed by this chemical change is what is generally called a colloid. A colloid isn't a solution. It's a let me give you an example. Milk is a colloid. Blood is a colloid. So you can see right now, as the sulfur is being separated from the sodium thiosulfate, you see the column of light is changing in color. That's because the little particles of sulfur are blocking the shortest wavelengths of light produced by the overhead projector. And the shortest wavelengths of light are the blues and the violets, but we see the blue showing up here. Now over time, as more and more sulfur is produced, and you can look up at the screen, as more and more sulfur is produced, then the longer wavelengths are beginning to be interfered with, but the reds, being the longest wavelength, they're interfered with last. So the sun is setting in our scene at the beach. I had a little Hawaiian music that I was going to play in the background, but there's too much going on. It's hard to do. While nighttime is falling, it's getting darker and darker. Oh, I think I'm getting sleepy.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with my video.
It's
That's is that what it is? I'm just like, where is it going? Sorry.
By the colloid, the sulfur formed in this reaction, And if you look back at the beaker, you can see that no light
It's all
can pass through
cloudy.
at all because of all those particles of sulfur being suspended in that liquid. All right, so that's why sunsets happen. And if you think about a sunset, the lower the sun is in the sky, the more air it has, the sunlight has to pass through. And the closer you are to the surface of the earth, the more pollutants there are, the more dust there is. So smoke and dust start interfering with the shortest wavelengths of light. And as there becomes more and more concentration of the smoke or dust particles, even only the longer wavelengths of light can pass through that. So we see the red end of the spectrum at a sunset. So I hope you enjoyed our sunset.